by the five-judge constitution bench that's been set up in this matter. It looks like the hearing has just ended because I can see that the judges have gotten up from their seats. But essentially, to sum up for our viewers, Nalini, the hearing will happen on August 2nd. All other terms of how this hearing will take place have also been set out very clearly now by the five-judge bench.
Yes, Akshita, and the status that we're getting to know is that the court has allowed both Shah Faesal and Shehla Rashid to delete their names from the list of petitioners and from the court records with respect to these Article 370 petitions. And what both of them had said before the court was that they don't want to pursue their pleas any further, and for that reason their name be deleted. But yes, at the same time, the Supreme Court also said is from the 2nd of August is when these petitions are going to be heard on a day-to-day basis, except for Monday and Friday. Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, the Supreme Court 3 days a week is going to sit and hear these petitions from the morning till the evening to try and dispose them off as soon as possible. We're given to understand that the Attorney General, R. Venkatramani, along with the Solicitor General, Tushar Mehta, are both expected to place arguments on behalf of the centre before the Supreme Court five-judge bench during the time when these arguments are going on. And the centre had also recently attempted to defend their decision of application of Article 370 through the latest affidavit, but that for now is not being taken into consideration by the Supreme Court at all.
Okay, so July 27th is the deadline for all written submissions. The Supreme Court, the final hearing will begin on August 2nd. It's going to be a day-to-day hearing, and that is a big one also from the Supreme Court because it shows their intent to ensure that all parties are heard, to ensure that this is given essentially priority in the list of issues that are brought up daily in the Supreme Court. There will be day-to-day hearing starting August 2nd. The centre, remember, has filed their affidavit, but that's been shot down by the Supreme Court because the centre's affidavit largely deals with what the current situation is in Kashmir to defend the abrogation of Article 370, highlighting how normalcy has been brought back in the valley, highlighting how the number of incidents of violence or terror attacks has also come down. But the Supreme Court has said that, look, we're looking at this from a constitutional angle. There's no question of us taking this particular affidavit into consideration. So that's been completely scrapped out right now. We'll have to see if the centre gets a chance to go ahead and file a fresh affidavit in this matter. But another big update that's come in, which I told you about earlier, is that Shah Faesal and Shehla Rashid, both of whom were clearly against and openly, in fact, voiced their opposition to the abrogation of Article 370, both have now gone ahead and told the Supreme Court that they want to be removed as parties in this case. They want their names to be removed from the entire list of petitioners mentioned. Both have said that we want to exit this particular case. Nalini, have Shah Faesal and Shehla Rashid really elaborated on why they don't want to be a part of this case anymore, a part of this hearing?
Well, not at this point, Akshita. All that they've told the court is that they wish for their names to be deleted as petitioners as well as from the court records in this matter. In fact, Shah Faesal, I think, is one of the leading petitioners in the case. So the case title is also on his name, and he's also asked for the court records to be changed in that respect. And we're given to understand that the Supreme Court five-judge bench has allowed for this to continue, and they've said that Shah Faesal and Shehla Rashid, both their names will be deleted from the court records as petitioners, which means that from now they will not be part of this case, and their lawyers will not be making any arguments on their behalf before the top court, despite the fact that their petitions have been pending as early as 2018. So there is no reason that has been cited either by them or their lawyers for exactly why they want to take this move and now withdraw as petitioners. But it also might come as a slight relief for the centre that was already facing an onslaught of several petitioners before the top court that had challenged the decision regarding the abrogation. But now at least two of the petitioners have backed out. So we'll have to see as to whether or not this makes an impact on the hearing. Really, I don't think it's going to make a very significant impact because there are several other petitioners that have raised similar questions to what both Shah Faesal as well as Shehla Rashid have raised. So the Supreme Court is still going to be looking into those aspects very carefully.
All right. Thanks very much, Nalini, for getting us all of those details. August 2nd is when the day-to-day hearing in the matter of the abrogation of Article 370 starts in the Supreme Court.